What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to BBD TV, and not my final college football video of the year, but pretty much a season wrap-up video, if you will. Man, what a season, right? The story of two different Tennessee teams for us Vols fans. High expectations for us going into the season. Came in, won the first two games, blew Missouri out. Things are looking great, and then the wheels got wobbly. And then after a couple more games, the first wheel fell off. Then after 8 games, well, all the wheels fell off. Then we got the win over Vandy. And that gathered the wheels back up, but it didn't put any of them back on. Then, of course, the season-ending loss to Texas A&M. Oh, okay, 3-7. It's a Corona year. Pruitt's third year. Things are a shambles. Everybody's wanting Pruitt fired, although we know Tennessee cannot afford to fire Pruitt. What are you going to do? Suck it up, Vols fans, right? Suck it up, move on. Look forward to next year. JG's gone. Harrison Bailey's coming back. JT Shrout's gone. Should be no quarterback controversy going into the year next year, unless the new guy that comes in gets hot on Harrison's trail. We'll see. We'll see about that when spring practice rolls around. 3-7. It's a Corona year, whatever the fuck that means. We got a bowl bid. Everybody gets one. Everybody handing out bowl bids. Here. 1-9, here, have a bowl. 0-10, you say? Here, have yourself a bowl. A lot of them got canceled, and Tennessee's bowl game was canceled. But Army saved the day for the Liberty Bowl. Liberty, 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 liberty. I wanted to play West Virginia. But that's just me. Didn't happen. Army, fortunately, got a bowl bid because their bowl against Vandy, 0-10, got canceled because Vandy's, well, they're 0-10 and they were eat up with the Rona. So, Vandy shuts that shit down. Army looks like they're not getting a bowl bid, but lo and behold, the Liberty Bowl in Tennessee saves the day. Army versus West Virginia, it was a great game. Army had a chance to tie it, to send it into overtime. They missed a field goal, or field goal got blocked. Disappointment for the Cadets. And boy, is there disappointment for the Cadets. We got the cheating scandal going on. And before you say it, there is no way in hell my boy Cade Ballard was involved in that. If it turns out that Cade Ballard was involved in that cheating scandal, I don't know, think of the most humiliating thing a person can do on YouTube and not get his channel shut down, and I'll do it. That's how confident I am in Cade Ballard that he did not cheat. So, season over for the Vols. Look forward to next year. But there's still some football left. Kentucky and NC State are playing right now. Oregon, UCLA coming up next. Or not UCLA, shit. Oregon, Iowa State coming up next. And the last game of the season, as far as two teams matching up, North Carolina and Texas A&M tonight, the primetime game. Would normally be a good game, but Carolina's had a lot of players opt out, i.e. quit. So we'll see what kind of challenge they can put up for A&M. I thought A&M should have gotten the 4th bid in the championship playoff. Didn't happen. Went to Notre Dame. Alabama. They didn't beat the brakes off of Notre Dame like I thought they would. But they did beat a door handle or two off of them. Maybe the antenna. They beat the antenna off of them. 31-17. I think a lot of people like me were expecting into the 40s at least. So for Notre Dame to hold Bama to 31 points, that's a win. You won't get a trophy for it, Irish, but consider that a win for you guys. And, of course, the Clemson-Ohio State game, everybody wanting and expecting, and got a great, exciting game for 15 minutes. And then Clemson's wheels got wobbly. And by the end of the game, Justin Fields and Olave had done thrown the ball all over the park for Ohio State. 600 and some yards Clemson gave up. Third most yards they've ever given up in their school's history. Ohio State dominated, answered any questions about whether or not they should have been in the playoffs. That's another video right there. Wins 49-28, I think it was. So now we've got Alabama versus Ohio State for the Natty here in 9 days. Should be a good one. Who am I rooting for? Lawtide says Ohio State's my second favorite team. No. Lawtide, Ohio State is not my second favorite team. When it comes to that game, they're my first favorite team because I want them to beat the damn brakes off of you gumps. Probably not going to happen, but you never know. Should be a great game. Hopefully a bit of 50-49 game or something like that. Could turn out to be a 7-3 game, although I would not bet a penny against $100 on that happening. So anyway, here we are at the end of the year. We had a football season. We should all be thankful for that, no matter how your team finished, no matter how your team did this year. We had a football season, and for the most part, a complete one. Most teams finished their schedule. You know, there's a handful out of 130 teams or whatever it is. There were a handful that didn't complete their schedule. Some didn't even play at all. But that's the way it is, or was, in 2020. Football aplenty. And I personally am thankful for that. It's the sport that I love. College football is, it's the cat's meow. It's the shit. It's what counts in sports for me. But basketball season's here now, boys and girls. Tennessee Vols are off and running to a 7-0 start. And we got the Gumps here later on about 6 o'clock. So a little revenge hopefully coming up. No, hopefully. What the hell am I talking about? A little revenge coming up for Tennessee sports versus Alabama sports. Tighten your britches up, Gumps, because we're breaking out the switches. Switches on them britches. Your ass is getting whooped tonight. That Italian sausage is whooping me right now. Whew. Go Vols, screw y'alls, and by God, 2021, look the hell out. Because we'll be back, and y'all will be in trouble. We'll see you then. Actually, we'll see you before then.